Hello, and welcome to another episode of Zero If I Could, where comedians discuss absurd reviews. My name is Raul Zambrano.
I'm so sorry. I had to burp as soon as it was my turn. I was like, no. I'm Brittany Hersbred.
I'm Jake Disharoon.
And today with us is our guest, Sal Viesca. Hey, Sal.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Raul. Hey, Brittany.
Hello.
Hey, Jake.
I know you asked me if it was going to be in person or not, and it didn't even occur to me that was possible now. So I was like, oh, I guess need to
Last time was
preface
in
that.
person.
Yeah,
It was in people. It was in the meat world, in the meat space, everybody.
it was. I remember your cat got stuck to the screen door, and it was super funny.
They do that.
Yeah, I've never had cats, so I hadn't experienced that. So her just hanging there, helpless, trying to get off was hilarious to me.
My cat's nuts. She's peeing in the toilet. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, and shitting in the tub. And she's not
Sitting in the
trained.
tub.
Yeah, I took a video. I'll send it to you guys. I didn't want to send a video to the internet because I realized my bathroom tiling needed to be cleaned, and I was like, God, I don't want you to know I live with 3 men.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
were
I don't want to
I
be a
thought you
parent.
were-
We're all bachelors.
concerned for your cat's privacy. That's why you didn't want to do it. But that doesn't mean.
Oh
anything.
yeah, I didn't even think of that. Damn, I'm a bad
But your
cat
cat
dad.
pees in the toilet untrained?
Yeah, untrained. I mean, she gets where it goes, I guess. And then she meows if anyone's nearby because she likes to watch it flush. If you go to Miss Shiana Reeves on Instagram, it's an Instagram I started years ago. There's probably a couple of videos of her pissing in the toilet.
I do follow that Instagram, but I don't know
Yeah.
if I've seen that.
Yeah, you'll see the little squares.
Would you
She's adorable.
prefer that she shit in the bathtub or in a litter box?
I mean, you know what? It has saved so much on litter. The annoying thing is we have to consciously clean it. It's not much because you just pick it up,
Yeah.
but it leaves little streaks behind. You want to Ajax it or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I didn't think that would be a difficult question to answer. Do you want your cat to shit in your tub or a litter box?
You know,
To
as a
me-
cat owner, there's logistics.
I don't have a cat. I haven't had a cat in a long time. But when I heard that question, I was like, well, I mean, litter box. If
That's
I had
one
to
of those
ask-
of course, naturally, and then everyone answers at the same time a different answer.
It's like, oh yeah, well, the
Yeah,
tub.
other people exist, Jake. I'm sorry to break it to you.
But you got to clean the tub every time. With the litter
It's not.
box,
It's not. No, it's literally you grab a piece of toilet paper, you pick them up, and then 50-50, there's gonna be a little streak.
I think it just depends on
Wow.
what your bathtub is like, because the bathtub at my parents' house has I don't even know how to explain it, where you step on it so you don't slip. So
No,
it's
we
not a
have our own
mat.
and they don't pee on the or poop on the mat. It's right
Well,
around it.
it's not a mat, but just
Oh,
the texture of the bathtub is grainy, I guess. I don't know. I
that
don't,
rough finish on the floor.
Yes.
It's like an anti-slip thing.
so it would definitely get all caught in that. But with that said, I mean,
No,
who
this is a
hasn't
smooth
shit in a
toilet.
bathtub before?
I mean,
Who
that's her
has-
going while I was going.
Oh my god,
So you guys
that's
were
And then,
bathroom
bonding.
buddies?
yeah,
together?
she was kind of trapped. She didn't want to leave. Honestly, I'd rather have this because it forces me to clean it immediately, and then she starts scraping it. She imagines she's scraping the dirt over it. There's no dirt. She's dumb. She's
That
a
is
stupid cat.
so funny.
That's
yeah.
my knee. But yeah, that's what happens.
Well, that is.
I'd rather do this because I clean it sooner. I don't have a box of shit in the house.
That's a way to
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
really
that's
clean
true.
bathroom for sure.
Hmm.
But there are some people who would not be as diligent about it, and then it would
Oh,
be a bad situation.
I mean, you got to shower.
Well, have you ever
Well, not
stepped?
Brittany.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an old episode conversation? Does she shower once a month, some weird French?
No,
Yeah.
like once or twice a week.
What race? No.
No. Like,
Okay.
Stop. We got a weird connection issue with Sal.
but have you ever stepped into the shower and not realized that your cat had pooped and stepped on it?
No, but I did once turn on the water, and then I came back to smoothie.
Oh,
Shake.
Oh.
I don't know. It's cat shit. It's already soft food. It's not bad.
well, you're just saying
It's just
shit would have been
smoothie.
better than a smoothie.
Well, because a
But I'm a
smoothie
painter
is
with
something
words.
you eat.
I mean, actually, my dogs, I think have been. I'll admit it. They've been known to eat some rogue shits. That's what they do. They think they're helping out the family. They think they're like, hey, we're hiding ourselves from predators.
Do they eat their own poop or just the cat poop?
I'm not inviting people over anytime soon. Just don't worry about that.
Because I feel like I let your dog lick my face.
They eat the cat poop if it's been in the litter box too long.
Yeah.
You know, my roommate's litter box, which we try to stay on top of.
Yeah.
I always walk by and passive aggressively go, "You smell that? You smell that? It must be time." Every day though, I do it every day. Like I'm a little overbearing.
So you just kind of blew right by Brittany's concern of the dog licking her face.
Dog licking her face. How are your
shit.
eyes? Did you have any like pink eye? You're fine.
The funny thing is, I actually don't really care about stuff like that. Like, even if my dog licks his butt for a while and then, like, a minute later licks my face, I'm like, that's fine. It really it doesn't bother me. Really?
I don't want to lose an eye because my friend at a delivery service I worked at had a customer's dog lick his face. The next day he called in sick. He was out for a week. He had pink eye, which you don't want to get as an adult.
No, you don't.
You don't want to explain away pink eye.
Getting it as an adult seems very careless. Yeah, for sure. I just didn't really think that was actually a possibility. Like, I'm not worried about getting pink eye from my dog, but maybe I should be. I don't know.
Maybe that's your protection.
That's
how you don't get it. Like the secret.
Oh,
like,
it's like
you're developing an
yeah.
immunity to it.
Well,
Yeah,
now
that's the
that
bubble.
you've put doubt in my mind, now I'm probably gonna get it.
Quick,
'Cause
I
I'm
feel
not-
knock on wood.
I feel like Brittany, you would be much more grossed out if he was licking his balls and then licked you.
He doesn't have balls, so
But the balls have
Oh,
a
that's
sack.
true.
That's like weirder. I think the asshole's grosser. Are we? What's this
Yeah.
podcast about? What's
Who cares?
Oh, when I
feel
was I was in Portland recently, and we were at a bar. So one of my best friends, Caitlin, has this ongoing joke about how about how I'm sexually attracted to dogs, which is not true, obviously. But
Interesting
Good
that
joke,
you
haha.
feel that you have to say
well,
that that's not true.
I think it goes without saying, but I also very strongly feel the need to say that it is not true. But whenever I see
Because
a
of
great,
the overwhelming evidence, I see.
Because of the
Maybe-
news that's about to drop.
if you read through like text messages and stuff, you could maybe say that. But it's just because every time I
You're
see
really
a
into
great,
Clifford.
I like
Let's
Great
see-
Danes.
Turn the room around. Let's see if you got any Clifford
Her walls are
erotica.
just posters of like hot
I-
dogs.
I know,
Just
right?
some sexy retrievers.
Well, whenever I see a Great Dane, her and I will always joke about it, and we'll be like, "Oh, look at that Great Dane! Like, look at that dog!" You
What do
know.
you think of that guy? Like out of like 10, Murdoch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Murdoch.
Yeah, see, he had as soon as he like shows his chin.
Yeah, he's
a
got a strong jaw. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
pretty close to a 10. And I'm also very concerned with my dog being sexy. Like, if he gains weight at the vet, I get upset about it and stuff. But she told this guy at a bar that was sitting next to us that I'm sexually attracted to dogs. And we never at all like said that it was a joke or we were kidding. And he talked to us for like 2 hours and did
Yeah, 'cause
not
he's a
care.
guy.
It's like really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
well, I
he's
mean-
he's like constantly doing these like gymnastics or math calculations in his head. He's like, well, as long as there's no dog around while we're
Right.
hanging out.
In his
we're
mind, he's like,
existing.
sometime in the future, I'm gonna have to dress up as a dog. You know,
Yeah,
when,
which
when
is
we're
fine.
when we're when we're boning.
And he took it
Right,
seriously too. He was like, what about like a schnauzer? And I was like, are you kidding me? A schnauzer?
But a
though
giant schnauzer.
a giant schnauzer, sure, but not
Yeah.
a little schnauzer.
That's funny that you think he believed you, but you started improving with him. It could have just been two people improving at each other in the
truly,
wild.
it was. I promise you, it was not. It was not.
I mean, yeah, he probably heard that and was like, okay, so low standards for this girl. I can
Yeah.
probably get in there.
You're like, hey, I'm not a dog
Could
at
probably
least.
make this happen. He probably thinks he's hotter than a dog, and I doubt it.
No, he's not
But-
hotter than a dog.
but-
Damn.
That's what he thinks of himself, I'm sure.
Well,
Poor
yes.
guy.
Yeah, he was nice though.
Dogs are
He's
nice.
he sounds very nice considering he thought that you had sex with dogs.
He
And
accepted
was just like,
me.
Do we want to do a review?
Yes, please. Okay. I'll go first. This is a review for Pickup Sticks. You guys know the place, the Chinese fast food place. Okay, it's a 2-star review. It says, "This place is just very uninspiring to me. My boyfriend and I have literally walked into various pickup sticks and left without ordering because it's just such a boring place. I ended up going here today because one of the families I nanny for had a coupon and the kiddos wanted to eat there. We placed a simple order for chicken teriyaki, yakisoba, and 2 wontons as it was Wonton Wednesday. It took over 20 minutes to get our lunch. I get that it was noon and there were lots of people in there for lunch, but come on, this is a fast food place. With 2 hungry midgets, this was not cool. As far as the food goes, it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I do not think Pickup Sticks is remotely as good as Panda Express if you're going to compare the two. I tend to avoid all places since I neglect working out and I'm not naturally scrawny. Don't think I would return unless absolutely necessary. Luckily, I can't see the need anytime soon." I just thought it was so funny that she says her and her boyfriend regularly just walk in and then just leave without ordering anything.
Look, I don't want to get too woke, but isn't
please,
she use a slur? I don't think we're supposed to say that anymore.
No, we're
No,
not.
it's in the DSMV 5, 6, isn't it? 7?
What?
Are we
Midget?
not allowed to say that one?
It's not a mental illness.
No, but that's not.
I
Never
mean,
mind. It's a diagnostic.
I think dwarfism is probably the medical term. But yeah, little people do not like that term.
Yes, and all little people are dwarfs.
That's
They're
true.
just kids.
Yeah,
But
some people,
I think
Some
some people
people
are
are
just
kids.
children.
No, but in the story, in her story,
Yeah.
she's referred to, which is weird. I get it. It's
But-
just,
You don't need to throw that word around. It's totally unnecessary.
that is what she said. So
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her.
Yeah.
She's awful. You are off the hook because you're just repeating it.
I'm off the hook. That's
For
cool.
that one. That's not off the chain, by the way. That's
Well, but it's the same thing.
no, it's
Mm.
not.
Aren't they interchangeable? Like I could be like,
No,
"Oh, that
you're an
is
old
off,"
lady.
but I
yeah,
mean,
she sounds
that's
so
off the
old
hook.
now.
No, it's off the chain.
I know.
Off the hook is when you're like,
I
not
know,
you-
but I thought that it was both. It's just
I
like
feel
this-
like I'm chained right now to this conversation.
Sorry.
Can I get off the hook, please?
No, you cannot for another 40 minutes, probably.
You are firmly on the hook. I'm sorry to say. I enjoy when the fact that she pointed out that she's not naturally scrawny. Like, why is that? What does that have to do with
Yeah.
pickup sticks?
Wait, can you read that line again, Brittany?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what
she
she
said.
meant.
She says she doesn't work out, right?
She
Yeah.
said, "I do not think Pickup Sticks is remotely as good as Panda Express if you're going to compare the two. I tend to avoid all such places and I neglect working out and am not naturally scrawny."
So she's saying she doesn't eat there because it would make her fat because she doesn't work out to.
But she's already fat.
Well, we don't know that. She says she's not naturally scrawny.
We know she's not a midget.
Also, I think whatever body she has is beautiful, so I think it's fine. And if she
I
wants-
agree.
yeah,
I
if she
she's hot. Whatever, sight unseen, she's hot. But she
Devil's
could be
advocate?
saying,
No.
Okay.
It's just, she writes like an ugly person.
I mean,
Dude.
I am totally gonna agree with that.
I have
Anybody
a hard time qualifying and explaining that. Like I couldn't put it in a dissertation, but just like the feeling is that she's an ugly person.
That's her
What's
I
your-
know what you mean because she used the word "my BF," and I feel like anybody who writes that is gross. And she also said "kiddos," which is gross.
I
And
say
then
my partner, and then I tip my hat,
and then she said
a cowboy hat, every time.
she
Oh,
said
that's cool.
the M word, which is it's ugly to use slurs. So I agree.
Unless they're funny.
well, sure. But it wasn't really funny in her review. That was just like her cutesy nickname for
No,
children in general.
Mhm.
She like added a fuck to a joke that was kind of already not that funny. Just kind of to spice it up. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. She's also a Yelp elite, so that's another
That's a
unattractive
bad
quality.
sign.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's cool as a Yelp elite. Ugh.
They get invited to cool events, Jake. So
Like what?
I don't know. I've just heard that
Is there
happens.
is there like a convention for Yelp leaders?
For real though, I think they do get invited to
Yeah,
things.
no,
Maybe at
no,
restaurants.
there's a
or
Yelp
stuff.
summit. Raul's right. There's a Yelp summit. They meet actually twice a year
Oh.
in Aspen, and they fly everyone. And if
Wow.
yeah, you
You
haven't
really
heard
did
about
your
it?
research.
Yeah,
for
I
the
got a
show.
second monitor over here actually, so I'm looking it up as like I got a young Jamie who's above 18, but it's a Joe Rogan reference for those that don't listen.
All right, Jake, you got a review?
So this is going to be 3 reviews, all from one person.
Oh,
They're all short.
okay.
So this is for a place called Exotic Body Piercing, 5 stars. Oh, actually, that's not the right one I want to read first. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. This is Essential Beauty is the first one. And this is in Perth, Australia. All these are in Perth.
Read them with an Australian accent, please.
Let me see if I can summon that.
I think you can do an Australian accent.
We believe in you, Jake.
All right. This chain of shops is now called Beauty Queen. This is a 3-star review for Essential Beauty Perth. This chain of shops is now called Beauty Queen. They have a good range of 14 and 16 gauge jewelry. I have bought many barbells from this shop, and they have all been good quality. Unfortunately, they do not do male genital piercing. Next review. 3 stars. Primitive Tattoo and Body Piercing, Perth, Australia. While I have purchased some body piercing barbells from this shop, and I'm happy with them, I have never been pierced at this shop because so far they have never had female body piercers who can do male genital piercings.
I think I know where this is going.
Final review for Exotic Body Piercing, 5 stars. This is where I got my first genital piercing. I obviously liked it because I went on to get more than 100 genital piercings.
What? How big is his dick?
Well, this shop has changed hands twice since it continues to be an icon of the Perth body piercing scene.
I'm just imagining as it changes hands, he's just handing him like studded nuts with a key to the new owner. God, what the 100 genital piercings.
Over 100.
How
Over 100.
do you...
I don't know where you would get all those piercings.
I don't have enough genital.
Yeah. You would have to go down to the balls, I would think.
But then you can't,
some of them are in the
Those
balls,
are in
for
balls,
sure.
for sure, right?
you can't have sex then.
Oh, they probably have sex.
But it would get all
Spiky ass sex.
caught
I
up
think
in your...
The logistics of it just don't seem feasible.
I'm
It's-
not getting my insides ripped out because this dude has 100 piercings
Not
on
ripped out, punctured. Oh, ripped out from. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I thought you were putting yourself in this position of getting the procedure. No, yeah, that sounds terrible.
I actually felt bad for him at first because I was like, I mean, that sucks. If you want your genitals pierced, you should be able to get your genital pierced. But then the second one,
Sure,
he
but-
specifically said he needed a female piercer.
They don't have female male genital piercers, which is an odd request.
Yeah.
But
I'd probably pay
you know,
extra.
if he pays extra, I think then it's fine. But I'm trying to imagine, without Googling it, what a dick looks like with 100 piercings. Because
I'd imagine like Lord Zed's face from Power Rangers, like that metal visor with just red meat and brain looking shit at the top.
yes, kind of like a
Just getting squished
like a
up.
grill.
Yeah, and it's angry.
Well, he said he got over 100 piercings over the course of 16 years,
Oh.
which is like
From the okay.
now I'm kind of thinking what may have happened is he went to those places, the places where he said they don't do male genital piercings. He went in, he showed them his dick, and they were just like, I don't know where to add metal.
I literally cannot. There's no
I mean,
space.
we do this. Everybody that comes in can get their dick pierced, but like 1 or 2 piercings. At this point, you're more metal than man. You're a cyborg.
Mhm.
You're a dick cyborg.
Oh my God. Imagine
Do you
him going
think-
through security.
He probably gets a huge smile every freaking time.
Or they're patting him down and they're like,
Yeah,
what
like
the?
Yeah, with the little
The little theremin that they rub
detector.
over you.
Yeah, they just rub it and then it gets to his dick and it just explodes.
Well, it's obviously an addiction, right? He probably gets
Hey.
horny for the he gets horny for the weird pain. So I'm like, when he runs out of
Sure.
space, is he going to take a bunch of them out, let them scar over, and then get re-pierced, and it like hurts even
we
worse?
message
As
him
long
on
as
Yelp?
it's by a lady, apparently, that's all he needs.
Yeah.
Do you think they're like hoops, or do you think they're like
Yeah.
Well,
like
I mean, he's gotta have-
studs?
I'm
he's gotta have
picturing
all kinds.
hoops.
If you have 100, you have every kind you could think of.
I literally pictured all hoops until you even brought up that it might be barbells. It didn't consider
I was
that.
thinking barbells, and now that you said hoops, I'm thinking chola earrings.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
just
those
like across.
golden.
That's why I said I didn't want my insides ripped out, because that's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
I was like, no way. Yeah.
No, he does mention barbells in one of the reviews, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's still
Barbells.
like barbells.
Oh yeah,
Bob-
That was
Bob-
good
Good
job on that
Australian
accent, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you. I was not prepared to do that, but
that was great, man. Gun to your head, that was awesome.
Yeah, that training that you have.
I know. Well, thank you, UCB Theater and RIP.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they stopped their classes, shut down or whatever, but who cares?
But they'll
There
live
sounds
on
like you
through
here,
you, Jake.
Yes, their
Oh.
most famous alumni, me.
Jake Disharu.
Absolutely. They're
With
synonymous.
his strong Australian accent.
Yeah. I wonder how many different accents I could do.
He
Let's
did
see.
do that one specific Canadian accent on one of the podcasts.
Oh, the Newfoundland
Yes.
accent.
That was you. According to you, it was very accurate.
Well,
How
yeah.
convenient.
What's a polyglot but for just accent or impressions of accents?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no word for it yet. But
Mm.
once
We have
the
till the end of
people
the
at
episode.
Merriam-Webster hear about me, they'll have to create one.
You know who's awful at accents is Raul.
Oh, really,
I am
Raul?
very-
Would you like to try an Australian
No,
accent?
please don't.
We should have an awful off.
What do you mean? Read your next review in an Australian
no,
accent.
absolutely not. I can't
You
do it.
just forced me to
can't
do it.
even- Well, yeah, but you're you're good at it. I'm just
Oh, we didn't know I was
can
good at
barely-
it.
What do you think your best
act?
What do you think your best accent is, Raul?
I don't know. I would think that English English accent would.
You got a pretty
think
good
about-
white guy.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
So go ahead.
All right. So this is a review for Hillstone Restaurant.
That is a perfect word to say with a British accent.
Hillstone
There
Restaurant.
you go.
Yeah.
Headstone Restaurant was right top.
It's
Yeah.
very Cockney for
Yeah.
sure.
It's a 1-star review. Says, if I could give this 0 stars,
No,
I
no, no,
would.
no, 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 no.
It.
Do you not remember the conversation we just had where you have to do it in an accent?
I'm choosing to forget it.
Okay,
what?
let's just be clear. You just forced me to do this.
First of all, it
I
wasn't
did.
me. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was Brittany. First
I
of
didn't
all.
force. I asked.
You collectively pressured me into doing this at a moment's notice, not knowing that I was going to crush it.
I
Flat
knew.
out
That's why I said it.
murder.
I
We
knew.
had our suspicion that it was going to be good anyway. So,
And I have my suspicion that this is going to be unbeatable.
Oh.
At least
I,
unforgettable.
boy, okay.
I definitely think it'll be unbeatable for sure.
Yes.
If I could give this 0 stars, I would. Where is my chicken tenders? I've been going in for years and deserve a lot of respect. How dare you? The staff was very nice to me, showing me the true respect I deserve. I've been bullied my whole life, and it's nice to have people who actually care for me once in my life. My mother disowned me. My father is a traitor. The steak was decent, I guess. 10 out of 10, except for the chicken. Rest in peace, chicken tender. You were a real friend, and I helped through my lonely life. Never coming here again. From John.
Okay, you,
You sound like
that
you just got
review-
your hearing back.
that that review totally needed a British accent. It fit that.
It
so
would not have made
perfectly.
any sense in
Didn't
Right.
deserve
Yeah.
perfectly.
dry American accent. That's boring.
Oh my god, he was bullied his whole life. That's so sad.
Yeah.
I actually didn't understand any of the content of the review,
Was
unfortunately.
he
I
looking
was
away because I was
trying
embarrassed for him?
so hard to like actually listen to what he was saying because I knew, like, I was like,
couldn't.
okay, we're gonna have to discuss this. So like,
I couldn't see my friend who I love in pain, so I had to look away. Me not being able to help him, I just had to look away and think other thoughts. I was thinking about baseball. It's like I was trying not to come.
You were
Right.
laying back and
Like,
thinking of England.
yes, with Raul, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my
That's
god.
how good the accent was. That you were about to come. You're like baseball, baseball, baseball.
Yeah, buddy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was definitely it.
it got better as you went on with it. Like, I feel like you got more comfortable.
I think we just got used to it. You kept going, and we were just like, okay.
No, his pace
It's
sort
sort
of
of like-
eased off.
Yeah,
Let's run it from the top. Let's run it from the top.
All right.
So
So
you don't-
basically, what
in your how about do this in your second best accent?
no, we're not rereading this, but
Okay,
I'll tell
your
you the
worst
content of is that this guy wanted chicken tenders here, and I guess they stopped doing it, and he had been bullied his whole life, and he was like he felt that it was good that someone actually cared, and that his mom disowned him, but now the chicken tenders are gone, despite it being his real friend. So it's a very sad review.
It was
actually.
sad.
Although his dad's a
man.
traitor.
And
Yeah.
his dad was a trade. No explanation as to what that's referencing, but just his dad's a trailer. His mom disowned him. But the steak is decent, so that's good.
Hey, I mean, when you're reviewing the restaurants, I think how good the steak is probably a more important aspect than your dad's loyalty to his country of the
Right.
reviewer. I think, like, on a scale, it's like I guess on a personal level, I care more about this guy's dad being a traitor. Was he a
Yeah,
spy?
that's pretty bad.
Was he like one of the Rosenbergs? Was his dad executed?
I feel like this reviewer has like fan fiction that he just publishes on digitally on Amazon that we could all read right now. Find
Oh,
out more
sure.
about his father.
Oh God!
The
would
thing
be
that
so
I'm
great.
thinking about right now is that Raul has to edit this podcast. So he's going to have to like really listen to himself read that review, and it's going to be really hard for him and painful. And he's going to feel
Yeah,
really
you guys-
embarrassed.
Yeah, you forced me to do this. I didn't want to. You guys already embarrassed me about my geography. Now you got this to add on. Great.
Get better at it, and then it won't be. Just like with the geography thing, just you look at a map for a while, and you'll crush it.
Yeah. And technically, you're smarter than Jake now because Raul took
That's
a geography quiz yesterday
Yeah,
that he
and I
scored
scored-
higher on.
I scored higher
It's
than
not-
Jake, so
That's not.
suck it.
That is misleading because I took it and I got a 40 out of 50, and
Right,
Raul
and
took
I
it,
ended
he
up
got
with 47. I think.
Raul took it and no, you
I
didn't.
think it was still like 42 or something.
Oh yeah.
Raul took it and got a 35, and then he retook it and got a 45.
Is this like a Yahoo quiz that you guys are?
It was
Right, it's
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
It was BuzzFeed.
But-
And it was barely geography related. Like a
Yeah.
lot of it was just, is the Charleston a type of bear or a type of dance? It's like that's not really a geography question. It's very tangentially related.
Yeah.
Well, what was it?
it's a
dance.
dance.
Oh, I was hoping a bear.
Yeah.
Imagine
That'd
getting
be
mauled by a Charleston.
I
You don't have to run. It's one of those dancing bears. just don't make eye contact. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, honey. Come on. This fucking dumbass bear just coming at you.
Yeah, what is
Sorry.
the Charleston? Is it the?
It's that stupid. It's the stupidest dance you can think of right now.
I can think of some pretty stupid dances. So
I mean, have you seen Jake dance? Like,
yeah,
I haven't
No,
actually.
no
I
one
want to. I kinda
Nobody
want it.
has because he doesn't.
exactly.
Not
Think of
even
it, I
for
haven't
his,
seen dancing and Jake in the same place.
Yeah,
So a lot of times when an improv troupe is like introduced, people will come out one by one, like dancing or as a whole, and Jake refuses.
absolutely.
Good.
So, like, yeah.
Good.
It's too much. It's doing the dancing to the songs. Like, come on, what are we?
I
We're
don't think
adults,
I
right?
would do that either, and I will dance, but I could not do that.
Oh yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah, but we've gone to bars before where all of us have been dancing, and Jake has just sat down with his arms crossed on a stool watching us dance.
It's
Is
fun
that
to
true?
watch.
Where did
When
did
we
we
were
go?
in
Where did-
Vegas, we were at one of the bars there, and we were all dancing in that room. They were playing like 80s music, and
Oh,
you were
yeah.
standing there with your arms crossed, looking like you've never had a worse fucking time in your life. And then we were all like dancing, having so much fun, and you were like,
I was not harshing your buzz. I was looking at Twitter or something, probably on my phone. I remember that. I was not,
You were having fun?
I wasn't. Yeah, it was fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Can you see that lie again, but with more bass?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Totally fine. Yeah.
It's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't dance, but I don't care if others dance. It doesn't ruin my night or anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a review. This is for a vegan burger restaurant in San Francisco. And it's a 1-star review. It says, I didn't know that they only served plant-based burgers. I ordered 6 for my crew. We threw them in the trash. My first and last plant-based burger. But there's a response from the owner. That is the real part of this. But I just want to first say that it's not really his first and last because he didn't even eat it. But okay.
So wait, he said crew. Can we guess that he's like a construction guy?
I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, but before, can you read the owner's response in a Cajun accent?
What is?
Well, yeah, I could I feel like I can kind of imagine it in my head, but
Is there something like Waterboy? I feel like Waterboy. There's a Cajun accent you can draw from.
well, that is like beyond. I actually used to underwrite home loans for a manufactured home division at US Bank, and we would have to talk to people in the Deep South, and like this one guy I remember talked like literally like exactly like the people from Waterboy, or the one guy from Waterboy, and I was like, whoa, I thought that was a joke, but no, but it was like hold on, was on goes down as on was on, and I was like,
Perfect.
so I cannot read it like that because we will not understand the words, but I could do like a Southern accent.
Okay. All right.
Because you let Raoul choose, you know.
Yeah. And I'm letting you choose, so no
Yeah.
need to fight me on it. Go
All
ahead.
right. It says, hi, Paul. At first, I was really sad that we did not do an adequate job of explaining our business is 100% plant-based. Even though there is signage everywhere and we have always been plant-based, I empathize with people who are sometimes surprised and just didn't notice. Right when I was about to apologize and offer a refund regardless of why you didn't know, I peeked at your other 34 Yelp reviews. Wow, Paul, you are such a dick. Your reviews are at best unbecoming, but more likely a direct example of what a terrible person you are. On behalf of all the others you have disrespected in your worthless reviews, go fuck yourself. Smiley face.
Wow.
Okay.
First of all, great accent. Takes
Thank
me back to a specific scene that we had to do together.
That's why it's my go-to.
Yeah. But I'm curious what else this guy has reviewed before.
Oh, I'm going to look into it, and I'm hoping that it serves me for many episodes.
This will be a recurring segment where we check in on this guy. I mean, I do like it when, first of all, if you have a plant-based burger, they're like fine. I've had many. It's like they're okay unless you have a philosophical dedication to only eating meat for every meal. Which there are some people like that, and they're fucked up in my opinion. But you just eat the burger. Who cares?
I've never had one that's been intolerable. And
Yeah, that's like what a child does. Spits it out and throws it in the trash.
You're telling
you don't
me
have to be
nothing
vegan forever. You accidentally ordered vegan once. Just eat that one thing, and then you eat meat tonight to make up for it. You're gonna be hungry later.
Clearly, these are guys that are like, we ate vegan food. That makes us gay. Like, yeah. I just think it's very funny.
Purple shirts make them gay. Vegan food makes them gay, but not their gay thoughts that they keep on having.
Yeah, not working around a bunch of sweaty men looking at their muscles all day.
Not having a crew.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is this podcast about again? I'm just gonna keep on asking that.
I have seen this happen a lot where people do not understand the like undertones of what they name things at vegan places. Like there was one place that we ordered from at work and everything was called chicken, but it was CHICK and then apostrophe N. So it's like chicken. And like this one guy was like, I just don't get it. So it's chicken. And we're like, no, it's fake chicken. And he's like, but it says chicken. And we're just like, okay. So I think it's like truly lost on some people.
Yeah, I guess I kind of understand why they feel the need to do that, but also like,
It's kind of tough because you've lived your whole life as not a moron. So like putting yourself in the position of a moron, you're just like, how would you be this stupid? It's because people are.
So you think they see like plant-based burger and they're like, oh, I guess it has a lot of
Maybe
lettuce and tomato on it.
I'm thinking he thought it was an ad. Like they got a lot of plant burgers that they're trying to sling. You know,
it's like, oh sure, well the buns are made out of wheat, and that's a plant. I get it.
My grandfather used to harvest wheat. I understand.
Yeah.
Strange that they even needed to clarify that. Every burger I've ever had has been plant-based, I guess. Or maybe it's a potato roll. I don't know.
Can you please just keep naming different types of rolls?
Egg roll?
Egg roll.
California roll? Hawaiian roll?
And they have the sliced brown bread at Cheesecake Factory in bread form.
That shit is the reason to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yep.
I've actually never been, but I hear it's disgusting.
It's fine. I mean, it tastes good for
like
sure.
it.
Oh, you gotta get this bread.
Oh, maybe I hear you feel disgusting when you leave.
Yeah,
oh, you absolutely. Yeah, you feel so gross when you're
Food,
getting out of there, but it tastes good.
Food doesn't affect how I feel, so I feel good when I leave.
I believe you
Wow.
because you haven't blinked in like 3 minutes.
You know what's so funny? I went to the eye doctor and she was like, she was telling me that I need to blink more. She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, when I'm using the computer and stuff, like I totally understand. She's like, no, you just like, you don't blink very much. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Like she noticed while she was talking to you how little
dry eyes. You have wrinkly eyes.
She has dusty eyes.
So not this last time, but the time before that, I went to a different eye doctor and she told me that my eyes were so dry that I had a thin layer of dust on them. So I was like, okay, thank you for that. You could have just said my eyes were dry. Like I didn't need to fucking know the dust part. That's weird.
Blink like 100 times.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Do you go to appointments like blinking like crazy now? Just like
now is it in your head? Do you have to like really consciously think about it and you're just like blink?
It is in my head now. I'll be on the computer and I'm like, I mean, that looked really creepy. But I also found out that I have a mild case of cataracts already, like early onset.
Oh.
And she like showed me. Did he?
Yeah, and then when he got it cured, he looked at his paintings and he was like, "God damn it, I suck!" And he destroyed a bunch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it like inspired his art without him knowing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact about Monet. Or maybe I made it up. I've been improving. I'm on a fucking streak today.
Well, we'll have to fact
well,
that.
if it's not true, it ought to be because that's a great story.
Well, I just keep thinking about it all the time because she actually showed me it and I could see like the kind of white film when she dilated my eyes and I feel like I can feel it. Like it's but I know I can't and it's not affecting my vision, but it is it bothers me to think about. Like I keep thinking I'm going to be like the old lady and the others. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
You know, at the end when
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just milky white eyes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, you can get like laser surgery on cataracts, right? Nowadays.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to get eye surgery and be awake. That seems so awful to me.
Real quick, haha! I just looked her up. That was a good joke.
Okay. So no accuracy to that?
Just Google.
Yeah, the lady and the others. Yeah, great joke.
Oh, the others. I thought you looked up the Monet thing and it was not true. And you were like,
don't look that up.
No, I'm not. I like to believe
that
Monet thing's going to stay forever just in the pocket somewhere over there. I'm never going to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50 years from now, it's going to be in the encyclopedia and people are going to reference it as fact, regardless of whether or not it's true. It's just going to be
this cast.
Because of this podcast. Absolutely.
It's possible.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, please spread that rumor that Claude Monet got cataracts removed when he was older.
Claude Meredith Monet. His middle name is Meredith. A lot of people don't know that.
Claude Meredith Monet.
We're learning a lot of facts about Claude Meredith Monet today.
Raul was like, I'm learning of who he is.
I'm learning there was a man called Claude Monet.
Was he one of the turtles?
If I don't have like a like a vinyl pop figure of the person, I don't know who they are. Right?
Yeah, you need a Monet Funko Pop for sure.
I only have one. Carlos Ruiz got me that one, the little God of War.
Raul has a bunch.
You got a little
You have them in boxes because you're
He
gonna.
has-
They are in
that you told
boxes.
yourself
because they're
that
going to
you're
be worth
sell them one day.
millions. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
Raul
the
has an
future.
embarrassing amount of Funko Pops, by which I mean more than one.
Yeah.
An embarrassing amount of Funko Pops.
All in boxes
Roasted.
and on display on a shelf as if it's like art or
I
I
appreciate
actually
them. I
like
them.
I like them because you have like horror movie ones that I think are cool. I like the Renly Baratheon one.
Yeah.
I think
That's
most
pretty
of them
cool.
are cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Funko Pop that you have?
Fuck, Leatherface one. I have a Leatherface one, so it's pretty cool. It's all the horror ones I do really like. I'm trying to get more of those.
Oh, he's trying to get more.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more. Expand.
Yeah.
That's
You
what you
wanna
do with
have
the
to-
collection. You expand it.
Well, you want to have to occupy a second wall with your Funkos.
Oh yeah, I've already bought what you call it, like little shelves and stuff. So they're gonna go around my room. So it'll be good.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I know.
That is.
You don't have to
cool,
tell
man.
me. I'm
I
aware.
know. It's where
I'm
we
really
agree.
excited for you and your bullies. You're gonna give them a lot to
A
do.
lot of material.
We're saying that it's cool.
Okay, what does
Yeah,
it sound like?
your bullies are right here. I'm telling you, you
Yes.
like it.
Good. Jake, do you have another review for us?
So this is a review for the movie Battle of Algiers. 1 star. The title is Subtitles, Subtitles, Subtitles.
Oh, did Caitlin write this?
As an English
gotta
speaking
read
person, I could not stand this movie because of it being in French and me having to read the subtitles. It's an old movie, but still, don't waste your time. The fact that it's like, if it was a newer movie, it would be in English is sort of the logic there. I get that it's an old movie, and that's why it's in French.
Well, French is an old language, Jake. and
Exactly.
So
Been around
that's-
for a few decades. That French.
yes.
Yeah, that's why
At
the
least.
first movies were made in Latin, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like the pig language? I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get over how intellectually like dumb these people are. Like they're like intellectually lazy. Like these are their own brains and they don't want to read words at the speed they're being said in another language. Like
But then they wrote a review. Like they took the time to write something.
Yeah, are you pro or anti-writing?
yeah, do you like words
Choose
or
a
not?
side.
Make up your
Yeah.
mind.
I think, well, yeah, we have a friend. We do Netflix parties occasionally. So we'll all, it's like a link. You go into a chat room. You're all watching the movie at the same
I've
time.
seen that. The PS4 introduced that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, like
so,
you can basically have like 8 people or whatever watching the same movie if you all have an account.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so
Tell me more. So wait, you're telling me if I were to
that kind of got us through. Well, maybe I'll speak for myself. That got me through. Like we were doing that when the pandemic first started. So we would do it almost every night.
Oh, you mean the so-called pandemic first so-called started? So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
everyone-
pandemic, the
yeah.
pandemic, the
Pandemic. I like that. I haven't heard that yet. Damn.
Oh yeah, well, read my blog.
I gotta hang out with my aunt more.
Dang, it's everybody. It's just everybody's ants, right? Because
Yeah.
It's always someone that's shaped like a bunch of eggplants mushed together. It's someone that just like their body tells you don't listen to me when I give you health advice. Yet they're like, you know what you gotta do, as they're like dragging from a cigarette and fucking just eating their 8th bowl of pasta. I don't
Sounds
know.
good.
it sounds
It,
like
it
a
does
nice
sound
one.
good, but you don't need the 8th bowl. Stop at 6. That's my
Yeah.
point.
I mean, but 7's a lucky number. So.
I love my aunt. I'm just saying, everyone loves their aunt. Everyone loves their family, but
course.
goddamn, we have some dumbass family members, don't we? Anyway, back to the review. Laughing
Oh,
jokes.
speak for yourself. Go on, Brittany.
Oh, so yeah, so and we always do scary movies, and our one friend will refuse to watch a movie if it's old. So if the time period is before the 1970s, I would say she'll refuse to watch it. Also,
This
if
Caitlin?
it yes, Caitlin,
By the way,
If-
former guest of the show. We don't need to.
That's funny because she dresses vintage.
she
Yeah,
loves
right?
Yeah, it's what
70s.
she,
sells
she loves the
vintage.
70s.
So I think 70s she'll watch, but if anything takes place in like colonial times or something, she won't fucking do it. We watched Fear Street in 1966 the other day, the third one, and she was like,
1666.
oh,
16.
1666. And she was like, yeah, I can't fucking do it. Like she just hates anything, and she won't read subtitles either. So
Mhm.
we're limited in the scary movies that we can watch.
That's hilarious because
Which-
she's not a moron. Like I know,
No.
like I know for a fact she just
No.
doesn't want to.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
not a moron, but
That's
she has
hilarious.
a few moron qualities.
That's a
I
rich
think that's
person's
fair to say.
brain. She's got the brain of a celebrity. She should be a celebrity. Like, have someone translate it for me. Well, it's not. We don't have a cut. Make someone make a cut. Hire someone from Audible to speak the right language.
I was gonna say, are most movies dubbed? Can you like do that option on Netflix regardless, or do they have to specific? I guess they would have to
I
specifically.
think it depends
be
on
made
the
that way.
release.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
I think a lot of them are dubbed, but yeah, some of them, if they're like very newly released, they will not have the dubbing done quite yet. And so I think it does take some time. It's not always an option, but
Now,
Just have one of your like 6 friends watching the movie read the subtitles for her.
Yeah.
yeah, everyone does
Smart.
like plays a part, and then we're just like,
that'd be great.
just
Well,
for
I do-
Caitlin.
I will say I do. When you're doing a Netflix party, I do kind of understand the subtitles thing a little bit more because it's harder to read and then like type, go back and forth. Like
I
because you're a little
suppose.
bit more distracted when you're doing the Netflix party because you're.
But we know
talking
that
about
that's not the issue with Caitlin.
it. Right.
Like,
So
she would refuse to watch something even if we were in person and like, having a good time and like, oh, this has subtitles? No thanks.
right, but yeah, the thing that I just can't like I can't even get it into my head is why the time period that a movie is set would be a determining factor in whether or not you're going to watch it.
I kind of understand that because I actually
Can
don't
you
really-
explain it to me? Because I don't.
Because
Can't
horses
get it.
are slow, bro. I want to go vroom
That's
vroom.
true.
I don't know. It's not like I will hate any movie that takes place a long time ago, but they definitely have a vibe that makes
Yeah.
me feel kind of.
You kind of know what to expect too. Like you see a movie where everyone's got
Oh.
frilly cuts, you're like, well, it's not going to be a funny one, is it? I'm going to learn on this one, aren't I? Or my heart's going to be broken. I don't want that.
Huh,
Maybe that's just me. I just judge things very harshly. I didn't watch a lot of Western movies for years until I played Red Dead Redemption 2. It would just make my mouth dry looking at these like, desert scapes. And then I yeehawed like one too many times for like 100 hours on that video game. And now I see a Western on TV and I'm like, yeah, let me take it all in.
Yeah. I guess I'll just never understand it.
It's just it's just that you
'Cause
don't
You're not a
get.
moron.
He doesn't get vibes.
I'm a moron.
Oh, I get vibes.
Does he have
Oh.
feelings?
I don't
Me?
know.
You have feelings?
I have a lot of feelings all the time, every day.
Yeah.
What are your
mad, annoyed?
Yeah.
I'm
yes.
not mad.
What do you think your primary emotion is?
Relaxed.
That's is that an emotion?
That's what you think.
The emotion that I experience the most.
Yes.
Oh God, that's a good question.
Shit, now I don't know what emotions are.
Yeah. What's everybody else go
Happiness,
around?
right? You seem jolly. Is jolly an emotion?
Jolly. Yeah. Jolliness.
Content? Like, do you feel like you're
Yeah.
content? Okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you feared for your life? Come on.
Good question. It's probably when I was like 12 or something.
What happened?
I got caught in a
Who
riptide. at
You
the
were
beach.
swimming?
I was swimming at the beach,
Hmm.
and
But they saw your head and they
okay, well, I wasn't
they were
bald.
able to
at
find
12.
you like that.
I don't believe it, Jake.
I was swimming. I mean, wouldn't this solve the mystery of why I don't particularly like to swim nowadays?
Well, didn't find it to be a big mystery, but that sure adds another
I thought it's 'cause you
layer
had
to it.
huge nipples and you're really self-conscious about your
There could be-
huge Jake nipples.
Could
There
they
can be two
smaller?
reasons for something. Yeah, but I got caught in a riptide and I almost got slammed into some rocks, but I
Oh.
didn't.
How'd
I
you
was
get out of
rescued.
it? Oh, a
So
lifeguard?
Did you swim that perpendicular angle or did you?
So
Or is it parallel?
it's
Parallel to the shore.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to swim parallel to the shore until you're out of it. The problem is there was like how sometimes there's this big outcropping of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So the riptide was pushing me into the rocks. So- You can't really swim against the riptide. That's not an option. What you're supposed to do is swim with it until you're out of it and then go back to shore. But if I'd
Yeah.
swam with it, I would have
Hit
just
rocks.
gone directly to the rock. So I was in a bit of a pickle.
Oh my god.
But some bros saved my life.
Wow, that's so nice.
Thanks to those guys, Jeff and
Nice.
Dave. I don't know.
Is that their name?
Shout out to Jeff and Dave,
Jeff and
wherever you're at.
Dave.
Hope you're out
If your
there
name
in
is
heaven.
Jeff or Dave, big ups to you. Thank you.
Nice.
Jake, when was the last time you almost murdered someone?
I've never almost murdered someone. If you're asking when the last time I got the urge to murder someone is,
No, I think just has that never happened where you almost killed somebody?
all right, almost.
You've never almost killed
You've
somebody?
never almost killed
You
somebody?
never like rattled someone and they go to sleep and you're like, oh. And then, like for a few seconds you're not sure.
Raul is
Like
making
for
a face.
example,
Okay, go ahead.
so one time I was looking at my buddy's sword collection. He has
Oh,
like he had
shit,
like a
Raul.
little sword
What'd you
collection.
kill?
Okay.
Almost David
You wanna
Porter.
see where my dad keeps his swords?
I almost killed David Porter. So he
Oh, I know David.
Yeah.
So I was like looking at his sword and I was like sitting down and I was just kind of like checking it out and he was like right over me, like looking down the line of the blade. I didn't notice and then I stood up and like as I was standing up the sword just barely like missed his entire face.
Wow.
And so that's, for example, one of the times that I've almost killed somebody.
Oh, I thought
See,
you were going to have a
made it sound
Jake
intentional.
Yeah.
With your question, it made it sound like, Jake, when's the last
I know.
time you plotted, planned, and even went
Yeah.
as far as to drive to the person's property? Pulled out before killing someone.
Yeah, the way you ask this, it did seem like you had a story about me in mind that you wanted me to tell.
Oh, I
Do
see.
you?
No.
Because you were like, "Are you sure?"
Man,
you've
the
never
future's crazy. People are just
almost
bragging about
killed
murders.
someone?
Yeah.
You
I
don't have any recent stories about this? I mean, I'm sure that I've had like some near miss while driving or something like that, but not that I can like specifically remember.
I hit a bicyclist, but there
That's
was
scary.
witnesses, and she was looking the wrong way as she was rolling downhill from the stop. There was oncoming traffic and a semi truck behind me.
So
the
she
only
got
thing-
lucky.
Yes, all the witnesses vouched for me. It was crazy lucky. I had to tap my brakes so the semi truck knew to slam his, because if I would have slammed mine, it would just push me over her. The timing would have just been crazy. But she hit the side window of my passenger window and rolled off, and there was like a big kiss mark for like a week. Because my girlfriend didn't believe me. I was supposed to help her move that day. And I was like, no, look. I showed her the paperwork from the police officer that gave me the info to call up if I had any questions. I showed the kiss mark, and it's like, what the fuck happened? It's like, just an accident. And then I had a water bottle between my legs, so at the point of impact, it just shot at my nose, so I almost drowned.
My God.
It was crazy. And I've never seen someone change faces so fast, because she looked like an entirely different person. I made eye contact with her right before she hit, and then when they took her away, entirely different from the swelling. Just like a whole new
Jesus.
lady. Yeah, but she's
That's crazy.
fine. She survived. And then at the end of it all, her boyfriend showed up after they had taken her to the ambulance. And he's just like, did you see what happened? And I was like, yeah. And I answered all his questions in the third person. Yeah, car came
Some
through.
guy hit her.
Yeah, they said the car hit her. It's like, yeah, actually, she rolled it. And then an old lady's like, yeah, she rolled into a car. So this old lady that was there the whole time was like chirping. And I just kind of like, he's like, I don't know how I'm going to get to the hospital. And right as he said that, my keys like fell out of my pocket and jingled. And I was like, should I give this guy? No.
No, you got to
I
get out
just
there.
went home to get yelled at by my girlfriend. So anyway, she's not dead, but I almost murdered her.
Just
Okay.
didn't know.
You
Yeah.
can cut that out, but it's
No.
cool. Like, I mean, the courts are cool. I don't think that
No.
sentence has ever been said. The courts are cool. It's whatever. The judge was like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, he's like, hang loose. One of those kind of
Shotgun.
judges.
I have almost seen Jake die when you almost got hit by that car in Portland when you were crossing the street.
Oh, the one that I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I think we I think Caitlin and I were like mercilessly making fun of you after. Even
Because I almost died.
yeah, even
Sure.
though it was like really scary and actually like the car was going quite fast.
And not my fault at all.
No, it wasn't your fault at all, but I mean, it was, yeah.
You were just entertained by the thought that I could be dead.
I think
That
it
would
was
be hilarious.
so scary that we couldn't deal with it, so we had
Oh,
to
wow.
make jokes about it.
I learned about that in a biology class, evolutionary biology. When you're like pent up and stressed up, and it's not a traumatic experience or moment, you let it out as laughter.
And
Wow.
that's what we did. We were really
Some people are
upset.
dark like Brittany, so she probably went hard.
Yeah, there was a lot of laughter because there was a lot of fear. So
We're glad
Yeah,
your
I didn't
myth
even
is
know what
still-
happened. You had to tell me about it afterwards. I was just like walking down the street, and apparently some guy slammed on his brakes, going, I don't know, 40 or something on a
It was-
residential street.
yeah, it was fast.
Jesus.
I didn't even
Well,
notice.
Look both ways next time, buddy.
No, it wasn't Jake's
I
fault.
did. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
I mean, we had the green light. We were supposed to go, but
Oh.
this guy was gonna blaze through that light, I guess.
I think I've probably
I lived.
done almost run over like a couple of times. Like I remember like one time one guy, like I was literally on their hood, like rolled into their
Wow.
car. And it wasn't going super fast, so it was kind of like, it was obvious I had the right of way, and the guy just turned the corner, and I'm like, oh fuck, I had to jump on his hood and then roll off, and he looked very genuinely sorry, it was like, oh fuck,
Oh, wow.
that could have been bad, but
You pulled
But
a
yeah.
little Spider-Man. That's how Spider-Man
Yeah.
found out he had powers, right?
yeah,
Carl said to me,
that's
he's
how I
like,
found out I do not have powers. Okay.
Oh, it was just a regular spider bite. I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, I guess
It just kind of itches. I was hoping for something more, but no.
Yeah, but no.
You would have to truly be a monster to not look sorry in that situation. Just
Oh
like,
yeah, I
well,
mean,
I'm fucking-
well, you see all these people that like who run red lights, and then if you kind of are like going, it's your right away, and you're kind of going,
Yeah.
and then someone blows past you running like a stop sign or a red light, they look at you like, they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna fucking do that, like
They double down.
yeah, like as if it's your fault, and then so I
Yeah.
wouldn't think, I could see someone being pissed at me for walking in front of their car or something,
Yeah,
The mind is incredible at protecting itself.
Yes.
that's so true.
You just lie to yourself. It's his fault. It's like, dude, you're going 90.
yeah.
All right, I think we're gonna start wrapping up here. Sal, is there anything you want to plug before we sign off?
I'm doing Awful Neutral. Back at it. Took a little break while I was waiting on some surgery. And I'm on Twitter at Salvador Viesca V. Instagram at Sly Funky Monk, and I think I got a Sly Funky Monk on Twitter. But yeah, I'm just up there making jokes, and yeah, hopefully I'm out there. I'll be out there pretty soon doing comedy again. Been writing, just waiting on. I got my colon cut out, so I'm. I just got the recovery. It's been 2 months, and I can start moving around a little bit. But it basically felt like I got punched in the gut by like a professional for the last 8 months. So
A professional gut puncher.
yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like 70 pounds lighter than what I usually am. I'm like usually a little fuller in the face. I was 240. I'm at like 160. So yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm
I'll
gonna
be
ask
online.
you
What?
about
Yeah.
that. Once we stop recording, I'm gonna.
Oh,
ask
yeah.
you
He's
more
like,
about
can
when-
I get that surgery too?
Yeah.
Get your
Is
colon
it-
removed.
Available. Just get diverticulitis and get,
Oh.
get it really bad.
How do
My
you get
grand-
that?
My
Is that like
grandmother.
It's genetic, but what triggers it is dehydration and not taking care of yourself. And I had a friend pass away, so I was like super sad, understandably, and I was just drinking like crazy. And that was just my body going like, can't drink ever again, bud. Do.
So you
Is
really
that
can't-
true? You can't.
If I do, I have to do a shitload of water. I mean, honestly, I just feel better not drinking. Period.
I mean,
you know?
not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just not worth it. I'm drinking tea now. When I have coffee, I get a little bit of like the pain kind of like warning me.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah. And if you can like see it like a health bar in a video game, they already like permanently removed a little bit of it. So I just don't want to.
Your max health
yeah.
has been reduced.
Yeah, I'm playing
Yeah.
Bloodborne on hard.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand what we're talking about.
So anyways, now that you're caught up on my colon, you can catch me at at Awful Neutral, and yeah.
All right, make sure to check out Awful Neutral. Please do subscribe to our iTunes feed and our Spotify feed. You can follow us at Zero If I Could Podcast on Instagram and also Facebook with that same name. You can follow me personally at Rosie Comedy. Brittany, where can they find you?
At Bitchney H.
All right, Jake, where can they find you?
Well, I used to have a little, cute little stinger where I would say, just leave me alone. But then I found out that some other guy did that on a podcast one time, like 3 years ago. It wasn't like his catchphrase or anything. It's not like I stole it, but I felt bad, and I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm open suggestions. If anybody
Maybe
can
get in-
reply.
Instagram, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just
somebody on Instagram.
have something to plug.
No, maybe you could get an
Just-
Instagram.
No. So somebody, when this goes up, post on Instagram, respond to one of our posts.
To one
and
of
say-
us, I guess.
To the show. We
Okay.
have a show Instagram, right?
We do, yes.
Okay. So respond to the show
I
Instagram.
did just plug it 20 seconds ago.
So do the thing. Yeah, go respond to the show Instagram with what my new sign off should be.
All right, that's
and then,
been our show.
And then
Thank
Raul
you.
and Brittany are gonna have to say it because I don't have Instagram. I don't look at it, but they're gonna have to pass it on to me
Okay.
during the show. So yeah, that's
That
my
should
plug.
be your sign off. This long.
Yes, it's long-winded explanation.
It could
say
be.
that, like what you say at the end. Pass it off to me, and then it doesn't mean
Pass.
anything. And just pass it off to me, and then wave and then smile.
Pass it off, and then that was the sound of me winking.
All right, that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you to Sal Viesca for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, that's been our
Sorry,
episode. No, you're fine. That's all right. That's been our show. Goodbye.
Bye.